A Block, Southbound, holla at me. What it do, people? It's your brother man from the motherland coming to you guys live and direct, better than any other can. I am your host, Junes, the original Jew, by blood, not by conversion. And you know what I'm out here doing. Out here splurging with that what? With that word. Round of applause. Yeah. So, we here, we live, we direct, you know what I'm saying? So, we gonna get straight into it. But before I do that, let me give all praise and glory to the Most High, higher soul, higher man, only name given to the children of Israel. Round of applause for that. I ain't gonna be lying to y'all, man. I've been slacking as far as, giving all my honor to the Most High. When you in this walk, sometimes it do get, it gets overwhelming. Sometimes it gets sorrowful, gets tiring. But at the end of the day, you know that you got to keep pushing. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep pushing forward because he that endureth till the end shall be saved. You understand? So the endurance and understanding that this path of righteousness is not, it's not what you guys think it is. Like, it's not like you go to church on Sunday, say hallelujah and all the nonsense, and then go back into living your regular lives. This is what a lot of people do. You understand? Oh, I'm going to go get my prayers and I'm going to go to the house of the Lord and I'm going to sing Kumbaya, and then as soon as I'm done, I'm going to go right back to doing what I'm doing. Nah, see, when you understand the biblical and you understand the word of the Most High, you know that the things that you read is supposed to then be applied to your everyday life. You understand? And sometimes we forget because we are more infused with the world than we are with the Most High. You know what I'm saying? That we are exposed to the nonsense all the time. You couldn't run from it even if you wanted to. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's TV, whether it's movies, whether it's radio, whether it's friends. You know what I'm saying? These social media platforms, like, we don't have that righteous outlet. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to deliberately go out your way to go get it. So that's why, you know what I'm saying, I do what I do, and, it's like, nah, hold on. I got to give all praise to the Most High. So again, all praise and glory to the Most High. Yeah, but without further ado, man, today's topic, man, is a touchy one. It's something that we all are affected by. And, it was right that I talk about this, and it's time for us to rebuild the colored family. It's time for us to rebuild the colored family. And I get it, and listen, I'll be a fool or I'll be a hypocrite if I tell you that I wasn't part of the system and doing the foolishness and lying and dealing with certain relationships, dealing with women, doing the nonsense, doing the chaos, and you know what I'm saying? And because of it, having children outside of wedlock or whatever you want to call it. But I ain't know. You know what I'm saying? Growing up in the hood, we're told that, the more women you're supposed to, it's nothing wrong with having multiple women. There's nothing wrong with laying with everything that's walking. There's nothing wrong with that. This is what I was told. This is what I saw. This is what my father did. This is what my grandfather did. This is what my great-grandfather did. This is something that we just did. You understand? Not knowing that, creating a child also comes with, raising them as well. You understand what I'm saying to you? Because I'm going to show you something, right? Hold on. I'll show you something. Let me pull it out for you fast. Show you. And it was fire when I seen it, so I had to take a screenshot of it, right? So the dude that created Tesla, I don't know his name like that, I'm not gonna lie, I don't pay attention to these guys, right? He wrote, there was a meme that was on Facebook, and the meme says, my children didn't choose to be born, right? So it says, they don't owe me nothing. I owe them everything. And then that's a fact. But here in the hood, we don't get that. In the hood, it's like the children owe us something. You know what I'm saying? They owe us to be good in school. They owe us to be great. And in reality, that's not true. Yes, when they get older, they are now a representation of you, a representation of both parents. You understand? If there's both parents, because we have children who's born and it's only one parent. You know what I'm saying? I have children that I had that they was being raised by one parent, and I'm owning up to it. Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I was in the streets, I was causing a ruckus. I didn't care. You know what I'm saying? I'll be honest. At that time, I didn't care. I didn't feel like it wasn't important, because again, it's not like the child's gonna be alone. I didn't know the situations that comes with not having both parents in the life of a child. Do you understand what I'm saying? I didn't know these things. I thought it was just regular. I thought it was like, look, man, you're gonna have these children. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you my baby. Be happy because the child's gonna look like his father, and that's gonna be it. That's what I thought. You understand? And to me, I had a child. My first child. I was about 16, 17, 16 going on 17. You know what I'm saying? Like I was a young buck. I didn't know no better, but I did it because the life that I was living, ain't no telling how long you gonna be on this earth. You know what I'm saying? When you into this gang life and this gang culture where, you know what I'm saying, when tensions was real. You know what I mean? Like now it's real now, but back then it was real. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Bloods was coming around, the Crips was going around. You know what I'm saying? It was real, So me knowing these things and me putting myself out there, I knew, like, look, man, anything could happen. I'm going to have a seed, et cetera, et cetera. Got caught up, you know what I'm saying? Long story short, me and Shorty wasn't working out. She wanted me to be one way. I wanted to be another way. She wanted this. I wanted to play the streets. She did, you know what I'm saying? It's just a lot of things that was going on. And because of that, we discommunicated, And, she went years raising our child by herself. And, took me a while. It took me finding the Most High, understanding the scriptures. And that's why the Bible is so important. You know what I'm saying? When you read Hebrews 4 and 12, man, it tells you it's a two-edged sword, man. You'll read it and then you will get the wisdom. But at the same time, while you reading it or preaching it, that joint is hitting you as well. You know what I'm saying? That's what happens when you are fully committed to the word. When you really trying to understand. You know what I'm saying? When the scripture says wisdom is known of her children, this is how she becomes your mother. Is when she sees that you're really reading it and applying it, not just taking certain precepts to justify your lifestyle or to justify your wickedness. That's not what the word of God is for. The word of God is for correction. Study to show thyself approved. You understand? That's in 2 Timothy 3. 2 Timothy 3, man, it tells you the word is inspiration. The Bible is it's an inspiration by the Most High. You know what I'm saying? For reproof, for teach, doctrine, all of that. But yeah, so this we got to rebuild this family. It's very important. It's very important. It's necessary because this world is getting crazy. It's getting beyond nuts. People is out here losing their minds. People is out here dying. Children is getting killed accidentally, on purpose. Everything is going nuts out here. And it's very important that we put back that structure. Because once that structure is in place, we then could teach children how to depend on each other. There's a lack of trust because the household is just complete shambles, man. This is a fact. A lot of these households is single parents, whether it's a father raising children or whether it's mothers raising children. There's never that partnership. And and it's sad that even in the colored community, we can't even be successful co-parents because the co-parenting is like, all right, we could be co-parents, but I don't want you doing this. I don't want you talking to this. I don't want you talking to that. I don't want this person that you're dealing with around my children, and vice versa. Where you see these other nations, especially Caucasians, where they be broken up, divorced, all that, and have their new husband with the old husband and the whole barbecue, chilling, having a great time, singing Kumbaya. You understand? But for us, it's just, nah, I don't hear that. In reality, when you have children, and no, I'm not supporting that, but sometimes people make mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Like, dudes do get caught up. Dudes do end up getting high and drunk and then end up impregnating a Dottie McMuff. And Dottie McMuff is never wanted to be a wife material. You know the saying, you can't turn a hoe into a housewife. That joint is for real. Once a girl is playing these games and she likes what she's doing, she's not trying to hear none of that. And then you put a child in her hand, it's crazy. So I get it. But at the same time, like the scripture says, you got to choose your women wisely. So it's a court. Break them down, see where their head is at, see where their heart is at, see where their soul is at. You know what I'm saying? Ask those questions. I feel like these are the things that's hindering the growth as colored people. We're not asking these questions. We're not asking like, yo, what do you want? Like, what's your visuals and what's your understandings of being a mother? What is that to you? Like, these are the questions that gotta be asked. And depending on those questions, you then determine if you want to move forward. Oh, really? Interesting. Great. I could deal with that. You know what I'm saying? And like for brothers that's in the truth, that's in the know, that was awoken to their heritage and their bloodline, the biggest problem that we have is the woman being in submission and letting go of the positions that they had. Granted, listen, let me tell you how the system works, right? The devil is a liar, man. You understand? He deliberately made colored women be more successful, create jobs that's suited for them than for guys. You understand? It's by design. Because if you are the so-called breadwinner, then by default, as a woman who's emotional, you're going to feel entitled to be running the ship. And again, God never made women to run the show. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you from the scriptures. There's the Father, then it's Christ, then it's man, then it's woman, then it's child. Okay? When you read the scriptures, there was no women going into war, going into combat. When things hit the fan, even women themselves are going to desire guidance from a man. You understand? This is a fact. Because this is the roles that the Most High put in place. But the devil, he's the author of confusion. So he's going to confuse brothers and sisters. So now the demographics is changing, where now you seeing women, in the prestige jobs, wearing the suits and the shoes and always on the works. And then the guys, you know what I'm saying, he's the stay-home dad, walking around with the baby on his chest, with the baby bag and the bottles and the diapers and all of that. And it becomes normal. And society is like, oh, look at that. No, that is wrong. That is incorrect. And now you're dealing with a woman with emotions, and again, when a woman is in that position, she still, as a woman, is going to desire that protection, going to desire that love, going to desire that guidance. And now if you with a man, he's not providing that, by default. You get frustrated. You end up saying things out of anger. Like, you bum ass, you know what? you ain't, I'm gonna whoop you up. You understand what I'm saying? Like, these are the things that they gonna be saying. And in the process, you messing with a man's ego. And some people, some people just being submissive to that and just allow the person to just run the show. Like, oh, whatever, I'm nothing. And women got the power to make a man so weak that he then becomes dependent on her. Like, everything that she says, it goes. And that's a problem. That's a problem. That's a major problem within the colored community. Such things that you will never find in other nations. You understand? The Jewish ladies know that the man is the head. They know that. That's why when you see them, they riding around. Who you think is putting the children on the bus? You understand? Who you think? Who you think when they get off the bus? Who's greeting them? You know what I'm saying? Who you think is doing the cooking? You think is doing like, they know they roles. You know what I'm saying? Likewise with the Arabs. The Arabs know they roles. They the ones picking up their child, doing etc., cooking and this. But for us, it's all chaotic. Now, am I saying that, a man shouldn't be picking up his child? Absolutely not. I have no problem picking up my daughter. Sometimes my daughter look forward to seeing me. Sometimes my daughter will look forward to seeing her mom. Sometimes my daughter will look forward to seeing her grandmother. You got to switch it up. But what I'm saying is just the order. It's the order. Meaning, when things hit the fan, a woman is going to go to her man and like, yo, what are we doing? What do we do? It's crazy. And if he's not panicking, she's not going to panic. You understand? If he panics and she sees that he's panicking, she's going to desire wisdom elsewhere. This is a fact. And this is why it's very important that us, as colored people, we must fix this problem. You understand? Like, this thing needs to be fixed immediately. This is not something to be played with. This is not something to be just put it on the back burner. Absolutely not. This is something that we must do. It's time for us to rebuild the colored family. We got to rebuild that. It starts with us. It starts with the parenting. You understand? It starts with that. We got to teach men. We got to be more in tune with the boys. You know what I'm saying? We got to put things in place where these children have a balance. These children nowadays have more exposure to entertainment in these devices than they do reality outside. They do reality amongst family, amongst their children, amongst their peers. All of that is gone. You understand? And it's a problem. Like yesterday, the children went out to eat, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, all right, you gotta put your phone down. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta have conversation. You gotta create that. You gotta create that balance. You got to. This is why the scripture says, train up a child from young, so when he gets old, or when they get old, they won't depart. You understand? Yesterday, it was the Sabbath. I told my daughter, I said, yo, listen, did you pray? She goes, no. I said, you already know what you got to do. Gets up, she goes in her room, she busts a prayer, she comes right back out. You know what I'm saying? These are patterns, like, shout out to my son B.O., man. Shout out to that. Round of applause for my son B.O. Word. He came up with the 5 P's. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. Maybe that's something that we all gotta apply into our everyday lives, man. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. Maybe this is something that we should be doing. Because if we prepare all the time, we will never be performing at the level that we are performing in right now. Practice. Practice make perfect. And there's nothing wrong with just admitting, like, yo, man, maybe I'm not such a good parent. Maybe I'm not. All this time I thought that as long as I buy my children things that they want, then I'm doing a good job as a parent. No. You think a child's gonna remember the sneakers you bought them? or the hug you gave them when they was hurting, the advice you gave them when they was in a relationship. Those are the things they're going to remember. They're not going to remember, oh yeah, my dad bought me these shoes. I used to buy my son Jordans all the time, and listen, he done dog a few of them. You know what I'm saying? But you're not going to remember that. They're going to remember those one-on-one conversations. They're going to remember current events and how things was handled. They're going to remember seeing, I remember, my dad used to love my mom. Nah, you crazy? Nah, et cetera, vice versa. And these are the things I be trying to teach people. You know what I'm saying? But even for myself, like, there's a lot of learning curves that I have to do as a colored man. Breaking out of this so-called curse that was placed upon us. This is biblical. I already know that. You know what I'm saying? I already know that. That's why you see brothers and sisters who are in the truth, who both parties are in the truth, their relationships is as peace as day. You understand? It's because, why? Because, first of all, he that keeps my commandments, you should be the head, meaning you're not going to be the tail. A lot of us don't understand that majority of the times that we are at the bottom is because of these curses that was placed upon us from disobedience from God. This is a fact. You understand? Like, we really gotta pay attention to those things, those key factors. You understand? If you don't have that fundamental in place, you can do a trillion things. One level of the curse is going to affect you or your child. Facts. And it's very important that we understand that, because if we don't understand that and we don't try to rebuild, all we're going to do is just break down, and we've been broken. We've been broken. So we've been broken so bad that these other nations take full advantage of that. Okay? This is why they have no hesitancy giving you wicked movies, crazy, violent music to have you in hypnosis, then reenact everything that you was listening to for the last 2 weeks. Here in New York City, gun violence is at an all-time high. Everybody's getting clipped. Everybody's getting clipped. While everybody's getting clipped, the hood is getting flooded with artillery. Who's bringing them in? Colored people don't have no access. I repeat, colored people have no access or own any gun manufacturing company. Period. Don't even have stock in it. But here you go. Listen, you can't get a job here. That's for sure. You will go a lifetime seeking employment, but you can get access to a gun in 15 minutes. I could just make one phone call right now, and call one person, my person gonna call the next person, and by the time it's 3:00 right now, yo, where you wanna do this there? Facts. That just go to show you. This go to show you what's going on, and they taking full advantage of that. You understand? Full advantage. Let's make a killing of these delinquents. Let's make a killing of these scavengers. This is a fact. I'm gonna do for the Repent 12 News. I'm gonna talk about the 1% and how the 1% carry themselves with prestige, but yet promote us to participate in the violence and the foolishness, and how we've been sucked in when in all reality we supposed to be the ones in prestige. We God's chosen. This earth was made for us. This kingdom is supposed to be ours. We were supposed to never be at the bottom, and these other nations know that. You understand? We all know these niggas need to stay down low, because by default, think about this. Check this out. Look, this is how you know you from a royal bloodline, right? We are at the bottom of the map, and we make the best of it. We make the best with less. We are at the bottom of the map, and we make the best with less. Just imagine when that time comes and we have all the luxury and access in the world. We see it all the time. Look at the prestigeness that people have with the money. Our outfits is changing. It's just the system changes us. But we start dressing better. We clean. House is in order. Everything is up to par. When you get yourself out of, you know what? Look at that. Just look at that. Now imagine what it's going to be like when we sitting on top. Oh, the world is going to be beautiful. You're not going to hear none of these Ukraine and Russia wars and this. You're not going to ever hear none of that. Everything is going to be at peace. Where you see Africans, where you see colored people fighting, you know what I'm saying? What you see going on in Africa when Africans fighting against Africans, no, it's Africans. This is Hamites going against Shem. This is a fact. They're being paid by you know who to do you know what. Okay? We're going to keep that between me and you. All right? This is a fact. And we know that. Come on. But that's a topic in itself. Like I said, with much wisdom comes sorrow. When you got all this intel, it becomes sorrowful. But again, it's time for us to rebuild the colored family. Rebuild. And the first step of rebuilding, of course, it's always going to have to fall and stem from the man first. A lot of you brothers don't want to take on that responsibility. You have to take on that responsibility. Your woman should not be the one desiring employment while you just want to chill on the block, sell dope, smoke weed, bag shorties, and just cause more chaos and more destruction in our community than the next person. That you can't do that. You gotta do the necessary things, fam. You gotta do it right. You got a woman at home, you gotta be the one out there getting chicken. There's too much ways to make bread now. Too much. Do security. Be a fitness trainer. You know what I'm saying? Don't just, I'm gonna just sit in front of a TV screen and I'm just gonna do this. Nah, go outside, have conversation, be a reporter. As soon as it starts getting warm, what you think I'm gonna be doing? I'm going outside. I'm gonna have these conversations. Hey man, how you doing? Yo, how you feel about such and such? What you think needs to be changed for us to better as a nation, as a people? Yeah, I want to hear people's perspectives. We got to do that. But we can't just sit here and just want to party and you can't just want to do that. You just can't want to do that. It's like all you doing is feeding your flesh and your ego. But meanwhile, your children is on the sidelines like a Lego. Are you kidding me? Come on, make it make sense. You dig me? So of course, the men really gotta step up first. Like, yo, bro, you gotta kill this European mentality. You wanna just sex and sleep and do whatever. Nah, fam. You gotta do the necessary things, dog. You gotta take care of yours. You gotta desire a woman. You gotta put God first, bro. A lot of you dudes, put your trust in your understandings and your beliefs on influencers. Some of these influencers are not God-fearing people. To fear God is to keep the commandments. That's a fact. And we listening to these dudes and we following these dudes. We taking advice from these people. And these people don't pray. These people get food to dive their hands right in. These people still eating crab, shrimp, lobster, pickback mountains. They doing all of that. And we seeking guidance from them because they got a blue check behind their names. Or they are somebody who's have financial value. And this is where we feel like we should get our wisdom and knowledge from. No. You need to get your wisdom and knowledge from your OGs, meaning, your grandfathers, You know, people that been married 40 years, how they made it work. You know, got to get your wisdom from people that seek God, that reads God and understand God according to the Bible, not according to the Bible mixed with paganism and worldly nonsense. No, you got to have a God-fearing man who keeps these laws, who understand these laws. Look, heck, you got to find a man that could understand and read Hebrew. How about that? You get what I'm saying? Like, all of these things play a major part, right? That's for certain. And then you take that and then you apply it to yourself, and then you have to then show your woman, like, look, this is what's going on now. Sometimes a woman want to hear you say, yo, I'm taking this lead. Yo, relax. Take a seat. Go cook some dinner for these children. I got this. Wait, what? Okay, cool. That's a burden off my back. You know what I'm saying? A woman's a weaker vessel. Ladies just want to be ladies. Ladies want to just, be with for their children and look cute and go out and being told that they're beautiful and you're looking sexy and I want to do X, Y. That's what they want. That's what they want. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember somebody telling me, saying that, women desire love. Men desire respect. Like, men don't care for all of that, flowers and this. No, men require respect. Men requires a woman to listen and obey. And when I say obey, not on no slave type of time, but obey. Like, look, listen, baby girl, daddy running this show right here. You hear me? I need you to do X, Y, and Z. I don't need the why. I don't want to. No, that's a level of disrespect. You know what I'm saying? No, if I tell my son, yo, I need you to do this, it's not no, yo, dad, I don't want to do. No. You know what I'm saying? It falls in line with all of that because, again, like I said, the order of a household is the father, then is Christ, then is man, then is woman, then is child. That's the order. And then the dog, if you want to have that. You understand? Like, that will never change. And the minute we start doing that and we start applying that, you're going to see a dramatic change within our community. You're going to see a dramatic change within our hood. You're going to see a dramatic change within our people. It's going to be nothing but love and affection. This is a fact. But we're not doing these things because, again, we're gaining our wisdom and knowledge from the foolish of this world. And this world has failed us. If not, look outside. Look at the statistics. It's failing us, bro. It's over for that. You know what I'm saying? Now, for the women, ladies, understand. You are the weaker vessel. God created you to be a helper to a man. Period. God never created women to be in no level of power. No level. And I'm not saying that you're powerless. No. But being an authoritative figure in a household, meaning being the head, that was never your position. You can never hold that title. Ever. Let me tell you how crazy it is. And I'm gonna give you an example. Say the man dies. The father dies. By default, who steps up to the plate to be in control of the house? The man, right? The child, the son, right? So when the son gets old, if the father died when the son is like 10 years old, you're not going to expect a 10-year-old to be making grown decisions. So you're going to hold it down, right? But when that child becomes an adult, you're going to seek everything from that child. Look, my mom's come running to me for everything. Junior, I need you to do this. Junior, I need you to do that. Junior, I need Junior. I hear my name so much. I'm like, all right, Mom. Yes. Okay. No problem. Junior, I need you to print this out. I need you to do this. I'm about to go away. I need you to print this out so I can get on the plane. Like, she's telling me this. You know what I'm saying? And I don't complain. I got to do what I got to do. But this is to let you know, because she's seeking protection, guidance, and wisdom from the man. And she got a husband and all that. You get what I'm saying? But he don't fit the criteria of being a leader. So that's just an example. So women, you got to understand your roles. Yes, you are very important in a relationship. You are very important in a family. Very, very important. But you need to understand the roles. You gotta be the woman to keep the house in order. You don't have to pay the bills, but you gotta make sure that you know what I'm saying, you clean the stills, you know? You clean the fridge, you clean this, you clean that. Make sure your house, this is your sacred, this is your sanctuary. You wanna make sure that it's the most beautifulest place. So when somebody come, they like, damn, Shorty kept the house looking amazing. You did this? Yeah, I bought this. Why do you think women is the best decorators? They decorate the best. They do everything the best. You understand? It's because that's their roles. Their role isn't to be like, yo, we're going to get 15 guns. We're going to stack up food here. We're going to do X, Y, and Z there. We're going to do... No, that's not what the Most High tell us to do. You understand? That's not what he's telling us to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Most High required us to do these things. You know what I'm saying? So ladies, please, you got to just simmer down. There's nothing wrong with taking a back seat. And if your man lacks that and you really love this person, then you got to train him, teach him. Sometimes you gotta be that parent for that young man. And then when he grows up and he blossoms, you're like, yeah, he good now. Now I can fall back. Now I can put my time and attention to other things. Because being a colored family in this wicked society, this is a hard work. This ain't easy. This ain't easy. This is hard work. It's a level of commitment. And of course, we got everything that's going against us. We got the curses that we got to fight. You know what I'm saying? We wake up and you get this feeling like, yo, and you got to fight that. You know what I'm saying? That's how we overcome it. We got to fight it. Sometimes we don't want to do nothing. Sometimes we just want to chill, watch TV, and just let the children wander off and do what they want to do. Nah, we can't do that. We got to be the ones to be like, look, we going to go play some basketball. When it gets hot, you know what I'm saying? My son playing ball, we going to see what's up. You know, look, we going to play some ball. Look, we going to go do this. Look, you know, even shout out to my big bro, man. Shout out to my brother, man. You know? He sets up things up with my son that I don't even know. My son will call me like, oh yeah, so I'm going out with Uncle Jimmy and I'll be back later. I'm like, oh, all right, cool. You know, and I don't question my brother because I know my brother means well. My brother's not, you know what I'm saying? He's my big bro. He's not my little brother. He's my big brother. So I already know his intention's always going to be good. But again, the family structure. You know what I'm saying? We need to start doing things collectively. You know what I'm saying? Children plays a part too. You know? For the children, like, yo, you can't be on a level of disobedience. You can't be, you know, on this, I don't care, I'm going to do whatever I want. No, let me tell you something. You know, the scripture says, honor thy mother, thy father, or your days will be long, or your days will be shortened on this earth. So if you being disobedient, you being evil and wicked, I promise you're not going to live to see 30. And that's what you're seeing now. Because of these children being so disobedient. And they tell you this in the book of 2 Timothy. And it tells you that in perilous times, this is what's going to happen. Children are going to be disobedient to parents. We are here now. And because of that, you've seen what's going on. You've seen what's going on. And it's only going to get worse. Is because the lack of the understanding of the Most High is no longer prevalent in households. This is a fact. So now you don't have that in the household. What you think? If God is not in the household, who you think is in the household? The devil. Now the devil is a very patient man. He's not just gonna attack. He's gonna sit there. He's gonna watch. He's gonna whisper in your ear. He's gonna make you do things cordially. He's gonna make you be sneaky. I had this conversation with my son. Like, he was really, really moving on a sneaky type of time. And I told him, I said, listen, let me tell you something. As a colored man, these two things you would never want to be associated with, ever. Being a rat and being a snake. Those are two animals that you never want to be associated with. If anybody categorize you into one of those categories, your life is ruined. You think 6ix9ine is going to ever recover? could never recover. To the day that he died, he could cut his hair off, take all the tattoos, and do all of that. Anybody finds out that that's him, over. Facts. Facts. This is a fact. Because again, you're not supposed to have those titles with you. I'm like, yo, bro, you're supposed to be an honorable man, a trustworthy man. Especially a young man, you a young colored man, your job, I'm like, yo, I need you to do X, Y, and Z. You do it. I shouldn't have to question nothing. If you could be sneaky in the house, you definitely gonna be sneaky outside. Facts. If you could be telling on people in the house, you definitely gonna be telling on people outside. You know? So children gotta play their part too. Gotta be obedient. You gotta listen to your parents. You know? Yes, parents, you shouldn't be exposing your children at a young age to all of these devices. Shouldn't be having your child watching movies that have massive sex scenes in it. That's a level of pornography. Child not supposed to be seeing that. You raising the level of curiosity. That's how things go left. Facts. You know what I'm saying? Even the music. Like my son is in this phase right now and he's listening to garbage music, bro. Some trash ass rapper named Yeet, bro. Trash. Mexican. He's a northern tribe and an Edomite, bro. Already a bad mix. Already. And he's over there giving it time and day. Over here listening to Playboy Cardi. Trash. Anybody that knows music know that this music is garbage. I can't even get down with it. I can't listen to it. Can't do nothing. And I don't want to hear, but you know, it's different generations. No. Why is hip hop the only genre of music that changes all the time? But rock and roll still the same, heavy metal still the same, country music still the same, jazz still the same. But hip hop is always, it goes from being intelligent music, righteous music, wisdom, you know what I'm saying, knowledge and uplifting the people, talking about the struggle, doing this, to now it went from selling drugs, pimping hoes, to now being drug addicts and being happy that they drug addicts. Oh, my bad, wait. Also talking about, you know, thoughts of committing suicide, you know, dealing with demons in their minds and their heads, and et cetera, et cetera. Like, these are the things that goes on now. But this is an attack again, because the biggest fear, and they know that the majority of colored people households are so broken and disrupted that they going to listen to the music. You know, a child that is stressed out, he got nobody to talk to. What do you think? By default, he's gonna seek an outlet. He's going to listen to one of his musics. He's going to talk to his friends, and his friends going to be playing this song. He's going to be like, yo, son, who sing that? The person's going to say it's such and such, and then that person is going to end up downloading it, and before you know it, sucked in. Facts. So, I'm saying these things for a reason. You understand? It's for a reason. It's time for us to rebuild the colored family. We got to rebuild. We got to put the order back into place. And for those that don't believe in this, and those that don't believe in the Bible and the Word, then I just ask one question. Then what is the way? How do we stop this so-called generational curse? What is the way? We got parents that's always been in their child's lives and do et cetera for their children. I do this for my son. I do that for my daughter. I do this, and the child still commits suicide. So what's the alternative? Like I said, if God is not in the household, by default, the devil is in, and the devil is a very patient, evil person. Sits back and he waits. He whispers in your ear, "Do this. Don't do that. This is a fact." So, what's the alternative? You know? I hear you. I hear everything. I see it too. I see the conscious people doing more, you know, conscious things with their child, and being involved and having them eating right. And that's another thing too, the eating right. Very important that, you be mindful of what you're feeding yourself and your children. You know what I'm saying? Like, fixing the color family, we gotta kill this so-called soul food. This is why they call it soul food, because eating that is gonna make you lose your soul. Ooh. That's why they call it soul food, because eating those things is gonna make you lose your soul, bro. Be eating things that's not good for us. Mac and cheese isn't good for us. I know we love it, but guess what? It's not good for us. You understand? Eating the chitlins is not good for us. Eating oxtail, guess what? It's not good for us. The consumption of meat, an excessive amount every day, is not good for us. We intake more meat and fats than we intake natural fruits and vegetables. Facts. We wake up in the morning and we are buying egg and cheese sandwich, turkey bacon with early in the morning. This is the first meal you consuming into your body. That's unhealthy. Unhealthy. Waking up eating porridge, drinking milk, 2% milk coming from cows, not good for you. These things is not good. So you have to be mindful of the food that you intaking. We supposed to be intaking fruits and vegetables, a lot of that. And no, I'm not saying you should not eat meat. You should eat meat, but it should not be in the level that we consume meat. Every day somebody eating some form of chicken, steak, ribs, whatever. Every day fish. That level, the level of consumption with food is not good for us. It's supposed to be a balance. If it's 7 days out of the week, you should take at least two days to eat this regular meat, and the other days clean cut. You get all your proteins and everything from the plants, and then you're more suited. You're more functionable. You don't end up catching the itis. Okay? Catching the itis is not new. All right? I've been on this earth 30 plus years. No, this itis thing recently started coming around after 9/11. This is a fact. This is a fact. Everything is contaminated, and I get it and I understand, but that's still not an excuse to just be eating whatever and drinking whatever. Nah. And even with the drinking, we gotta drink more smoothies, more fruit-based juice than drinking orange juice from the store, or even drinking water. The waters and all that, all of these things is contaminated. And we know that. That's why you can get on sales 3 bottles, three things of water, 48 counts of Poland Springs for $10. You could get 3 of those for $10. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. The reason why we're not dying is God. We are his children. He said he winks at our ignorance. Sometimes we don't know. But guess what's happening? The world is starting to know. The world is starting to be awoken. This is why they're getting ready to lock down the internet, because they call it too much misinformation. No, they got to do whatever they can to stop this great awakening. That's what it is. I tell you guys this all the time. You thinking it's about a sickness and people getting sick and dying. Absolutely not. My mom works at Kings County Hospital. It is not what you guys think it is. Okay? No, it's not. It's about control. It's about simmering down this great awakening. They don't want people like me coming on these platforms talking about, you got to keep these commandments. They don't want people like me coming on like, we got to rebuild the color family, because if that gets rebuilt, who gets affected behind that? These private prisons ain't gonna be able to have prisoners. These children is gonna be live. That means they're gonna be fruitful and multiply. They can't have that. No. They must keep these colored people in a statistical rate, low at the bottom, trials and tribulations, death and destruction. They must keep you in that state and to remain in power in fear that if you do get out of that hypnosis, you're going to take over, because they know the truth. Whether you guys believe it or not, the people that's running the world know the truth. Why you think they hold on to claiming to tell you guys they Jewish? They know the truth. They know who is who. They know who is what. They know everything. They know the truth. Like the Christ said, you shall know the truth and the truth shall set you free. They know it. They're not going to tell you. They're not supposed to tell you. Because you know my saying, as long as you keep sinning, they keep winning. This is a fact. They know that. So of course, one of the main things we're going to have to do is disrupt the family structure. We're gonna, by design, make it easy and accessible for a woman to get a great paying job, and the man cannot do that. And if the man was able to sustain, he's gonna have to work day and night where he can't even be home to be a father. It's all by design. All by design. They know this. They know this. Yo, keep these niggers working Monday through Sunday. Put the rent so high that they're gonna have to request overtime to pay this. Keep their foot on these people's necks. And as for the children, yeah, they're gonna go to school. We already created an atmosphere where the parents trust the school system. My daughter's school teacher called me and dropped everything, told me this is ridiculous. They got this, they got us doing this, we can't do that. I'm like, listen, I understand. I know where this is going. When you know better, you do better. I know where this is going. I know eventually I'm going to have to homeschool my daughter. But again, with the prices and everything going up and everything is in complete chaos, like, you got to pay the bills. You know what I'm saying? And it's by design. And I get it. But with the Most High, listen, the Father always, and I repeat, He always make a way. Because He loves us. And we love Him. You understand? So, I'm going to leave it as that, man. You got to get the family structure back in order. Men got to step up. A man's role is supposed to lead, protect, provide. You got to lead your family in righteousness. You got to protect them by any means necessary. You see Malcolm X at the window with the AK. I've got to protect mine by any means necessary. Lead, protect, and you got to provide. You got to be the out there bringing home the land backs. You got to be home getting that moolah. You. And if the woman is getting moolah, let her bread be for other things, man. Let her bread be for, hey, babe, can you pay this light bill today? Hey, babe, yo, babe, I'll take care of the utilities. Or I'm going to put food in the refrigerator. Don't worry about that. But for you, brother, man, everything, no car, no insurance, rent, everything's on your hands. Let the mother be the one be like, oh, don't worry, I'm going to buy her some clothes. I'm going to buy the children some sneakers. Let her do that. Let her do that. But everything else, that falls on you, fam. Ladies. Yes, ladies. Your job is to nourish, teach, comfort. I repeat, nourish, teach, comfort. Children come to their mother when they need some comfort. They don't go to their dad. They go to their dad when they want to go violent. But they come to their mother when they need some nourish and they need some comfort. Mommy, hold me. What happened, baby? No, they did this to me. Did you talk to your father? No, because I know daddy's going to want to do something and I don't want to do nothing. I just wanted to, can you hold me? This is a fact. If I'm lying, I'm flying. Now, we got single parents that have to play both roles, but the single parent don't want to do that. The single parent wish they could just be a man to be like, yo, I'm going to go tell your father and your father's going to pull up. You know what I'm saying? Facts. Yo, matter of fact, I seen something on the news where this dude in Louisiana killed the man that killed his son. Yeah, he got arrested and all that. But listen, that man's going to sleep well in the jail cell for the rest of his life. Like, listen, you killed my son, I clipped your ass. It is what it is. It is what it is. See, where I come from, we don't do this, oh yeah, I kill you, you kill me, then because you kill me, my man's gonna then try to kill you. No, it don't work that way. Your man, whoever committed the crime, you killed somebody, you get dealt with that. And then that's where it stops. Eye for an eye. Now these dudes got eye for an eye, butt for butt, leg for leg, thigh for thigh for thigh, ear for ear, rear for rear. Are you dumb? Like, that's not how the game go. But again, you know, this is what the devil do. You know, he caused these levels of confusion. Okay? But that's what it is for a woman. You gotta comfort. You gotta keep your house in order. You got to bring the comfortability in your household so when a man and the children come home, they're comfortable. That's why you are the comfortability. You got to create that. How do a man feel comfortable? He comes home, the house is nice, the floor is swept, the things is beautiful. He puts his feet up in comfortability because he had a long day dealing with the adversary and all the wickedness of this world. That's your role. Honor that. Stand on that. Say, I have no problem doing that. You sure you don't got no problem doing that? All right. So then let's have a conversation. That's it. As for the children, listen. Gotta be obedient. Gotta listen. Gotta listen. Gotta pay attention to what your parents is doing. Take heed. Follow. You know what I'm saying? Your first role models is your parents. Your first role model should not be no LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, these trash-ass rappers. That should not be a role model. Oh, yeah, so, you know, yo, this person was talking like this, so, you know, I'm going to start talking. No. How's your dad talking? Like, I remember when the teacher called me and told me, yo, my son was cursing, saying the N-word. I'm like, yo, excuse me? I said, yo, Mark, yo, come here, let me talk to you. Yo, you already know you're not supposed to be doing that. Because when you out in these streets, guess who you represent? And you representing me. You representing your mother. You representing your grandparents. You representing the Most High. You don't talk like that. What the heck is wrong with you? Now, don't get me wrong. Sometimes, you know, you do say the N-word. You got to say the N-word so you can let people know the seriousness behind what you're saying. Because that's the only thing colored people relate to is ignorance. It's sad, but the truth. But that's it. Outside of that, nah, fam. You get me? Gotta be obedient. Gotta listen. Gotta pay attention. You the up and comings. You children are the up and coming leaders of a nation. You have to develop leadership skills. Not following skills. Social media and all of these things and all of these people, they're teaching us to be followers and not leaders. We're designed to be leaders. We're not designed to follow nothing. I don't follow trends. Anybody that knows me, I get busy. I get fly for myself. I try to tell my son, like, yo, he like, yo, dad, how you dress, I don't be feeling it, but I like to follow what my uncle, you know what I'm saying, that's the only person. I'm like, nah, like, shout out to my little bro, but my little bro, he's a trend follower. He's not a trend setter. He's gonna follow whatever's fire. If everybody's rocking it, he's gonna buy it too. Like, oh yeah, this is $1,500, oh yeah, I'm gonna buy that. Not me. I'm always looking like, yo, nobody got this. Ooh, I'm gonna put this song, it's gonna be fire. That's the mentality we supposed to have as people. You supposed to be a trendsetter. Like I told my son, like, yo, you see your friends dressing like this, moving like this, you gotta be the trendsetter. You gotta keep the G code. Like, nah, we don't get dressed like that. Trash, bro. Trash. You gotta put it together. I buy things for a reason. Listen, I always got a vision. My vision is to get the hood into the kingdom, right? But that's it, man. You know what I'm saying? I've been talking long enough. Again, you know, this is the repent or die. You know, this is the wisdom for the people. Wake up, do what you gotta do the necessary thing, and get yourself into the, you know, into the promised land, man. The kingdom is for us, man. You know, the objective is to get the hood into the kingdom. Nothing more, nothing less. So, do the necessary things, man. Meditate on what I said, man. You know, share this to your family. You know, for the women, this is for you. For the brothers, this is for you. For the children, this is for you. Sit down amongst your loved ones and gather this intel and just take it and apply it, man. You know what I'm saying? God is first. We secondary. And then getting money, we gotta stack it like secretaries, you heard? But it's your brother, man, from the motherland. I came to you guys live and direct. I hope you guys have a blessed day. Have a blessed night, afternoon, whatever. Just stay blessed, stay vigilant, stay militant, stay humble, stay righteous, stay on point. All right? I'ma holla. One.